Hello, my name is Michael Higgins. I'm the mayor of Lincoln Park, and I'd like to cordially invite you to meet the candidates. It's your opportunity to, every candidate will have a chance to do a little quick commercial, tell you about themselves so that you can learn and decide who you want to vote for.
Hello again, my fellow Lincoln Parkers. This is Jason Nichols coming to you looking for your vote for this 2024 City Council vote. After the past couple years here, I've added some to my resume since the last time we've talked. I'm the vice chair of the Parks and Rec Commission, which would do events throughout the city. I help with the Thursday night concert series. I also help with the Cinco de Mayo and the trunk or treat that was very, very successful last year. I'm also now the chairperson of the Community Improvement Commission. Along with that, we do the Garden Walk in August, and we also do the Holiday and Halloween Lights contest throughout the year. So keep an eye on that because that's coming up very shortly. I also am now a voting member and announcer for the Lincoln Park Junior Rails, and still am a member of the Hands of the City, which puts on the Comic-Con, the Memorial Day Parade, and also the Lincoln Park Library Fair in the beginning of December. Now, I know there's a lot of troubles you have in this city, but it's just not this city. Our roads are rough, our sewers are outdated, they need to be updated. We do have grant money coming in here relatively quick, but we need to remain focused on what we can do to help this city and not deter people from coming here. For the first time in 20 years, we have a brand new house being built from the ground up. We also have 2 new businesses that were built from the ground up in the past couple years, which is the Taco Bell on Southfield, the car wash on Dix, and now we have construction going on Fort Street for another car wash. Now, I know some people have mixed feelings about the car wash, but these do bring in revenue for this city, which will help us get more grant money and an easier rate that we don't have to pay back. So if you're looking for somebody that's hardworking, is going to put the city forward and put the city first, vote for me, because I'm there for you, regardless of what our situation is. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Eric Zorf. You may not know me, but I'm sure you've seen me, whether picking up trash along the roads or in our parks, while supervising work crews, or maybe you've seen me assisting traffic control at parades or power outages as a reserve police officer. Maybe you remember me assisting with coaching in our baseball or football or softball. Or maybe you visited my family's business in the years past. I've always tried to be a positive part of our community, which is why I'm so grateful that I was elected to City Council in 2022. I believe you have to get involved and always be open to listening and learning. I have lived in Lincoln Park and raised my families here, and they in turn have raised their families here and attend our Lincoln Park schools. I ask for your vote to re-elect me as a member of Lincoln Park City Council so that I can continue this journey to work on thoughtful improvements for our city that would benefit us all. Thank you, and remember to vote November 5th.
Hello, my name is Ulus Jones. Most of you know me as Buddy or Coach. I'm interested in being a representative for our community. I've lived here for the past 28 plus years, been married to my lovely wife for 25 years. I've had the privilege of coaching Little League in Lincoln Park in the past, including this past season, where I was able to introduce my 19-year-old son and a friend of his to the rewarding experience of volunteering. Additionally, I have served on the Parks and Recreation Board for the past year and a half. I'm committed to being a strong advocate for the citizens of Lincoln Park. My goal is to work tirelessly and to ensure that our city continues to thrive and provide the best possible quality of life for all residents. I encourage you to reach out to me with any questions, concerns, or comments you may have. I'm always happy to listen and try to do my best to find solutions. Thank you for your consideration. Ulus Buddy Jones.
Hello, citizens of Lincoln Park. I'm Carlos Salcido, and I'm running for re-election for the position of City Council. I have been on council now since November of 2018. While in office, through the hard work of this current council and the department heads, we have a state-of-the-art animal shelter that now will be taking in cats as well as dogs. Please check it out, whether you would like to adopt a pet or just see the facility. The Lincoln Park Plaza, located at 4th Street and Emmons, is almost at full capacity, like it was in the 1970s. The Sears Shopping Center on Southfield Road and Dix Toledo Road is unfortunately gone and missed by many. However, as you see, new businesses will soon be building at that site. Also, bids have been received for 7 streets in the downtown area to be redone. The project involves removing and replacing the existing pavement on Keppen, Russell, Euclid, O'Connell, Warwick, Arlington, and Hanford from 4th Street to Fort Park. Other projects include 2 pump stations to be redone to help with better water flow and the lead line replacement program. And finally, I'm happy to report that the city's fund balance stands at $7.8 million. My goals, if elected, will be to push for a well-deserved dog park for our citizens and our puppies, and somehow revitalize the downtown area with new businesses and restaurants, and of course, help our residents with their concerns. Dear citizens, while growing up in Lincoln Park and attending Frank G. Mixter School, Huff Junior High, then graduating from Lincoln Park High School, it's been an honor and a pleasure for me to serve this community. Citizens of Lincoln Park, I respectfully ask for your support this election with your vote. Best wishes for all who are running for positions. Special thanks to Don Belinsky for taking the time to make this possible. Thank you for tuning in. Sincerely, Carlos Salcido, your candidate for City Council.
My fellow residents, I am Lillian Ross, your City Councilwoman, and I am running for re-election. Thank you for giving me a few minutes to tell you a little more about myself. I was first elected in May of 2018, and I continue to build on what I learn every day. I'm learning as your councilwoman, but also as a wife, a mother, a friend, and neighbor, as these parts of me also make me who I am and are just as important to me. Throughout my life, I have been grounded by determination to improve the lives of those around me. I am determined to be a force for progress, for accountability. This is, again, my commitment to you. As part of my service, I am honored to be serving on the Zoning Board of Appeals, the liaison to the Lincoln Park Housing Commission, the Lincoln Park Historical Commission, and the Finance Department. No matter what seat I am in, it is extremely important to me to be well-informed, well-prepared, fair, and honest. And no matter what seat I am in, my interest is working for you, with you, and moving us forward. I believe moving forward is a team effort. It is residents, businesses, employees, elected officials, and volunteers all working together. I believe in working together for a beautiful, safe, and inviting city for today, for tomorrow, for our future, for our children. My focus has always been your concerns. Let us know when we fall short, as receiving complaints and concerns is an opportunity to review our processes and procedures to see where we can improve. Under the leadership of Mayor Higgins, we have seen this very idea working. It is most evident recently as our engineering contractor works to find the causes and solutions to flooded basements. This is an excellent example to share with you, as it validates the commitment to you. I believe we must all take pride and responsibility in our homes, properties, businesses, and neighborhoods. Let's do our part to rid blight and recognize the value of code and ordinance requirements as they allow neighborhoods and businesses to flourish together. This is important to me, and it is important for our future here in Lincoln Park. We have a lot of work to do. I am ready, I am willing, and I am able to give you another 2 years. Before I close, I would like to thank my husband, of 37 years, Carlos Ross, our sons, Tony and Andy, our neighbors and friends, I thank you. Your support inspires me to take this opportunity to ask every voter to allow me to continue to serve our community as your councilwoman. I would like to close with my favorite words from our amazing late Supreme Court Justice, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. A meaningful life is one lived not just for oneself, but for one's community. Again, my name is Lillian Ross, your city councilwoman.
Let me know. Hi, my name is Tracy Pre, and I am current councilwoman of the city of Lincoln Park and running for re-election. The city's success hinges on listening to the residents and taking your thoughts and concerns into our primary focus and moving forward with the city. There are some projects that we, the city, and the residents don't like and wish were not necessary, such as the infrastructure fix. But these are things that we must get through, and it's a top priority for the city and myself. The issue of water loss is particularly troublesome, considering our water bills are already costly. Our loss of 40% is extreme, and we are working our hardest to figure out what is the cause and to fix that. It is one of my top priorities as well. We must maintain momentum and adhere to our planned timeline. Various challenges will eventually arise, but we cannot permit them to divert us from our objectives. Throughout my time on council, we've achieved many things. We've been working on the roads, the sewers, and we created a new place for displaced animals at our animal shelter that we should be very proud of. It is a state-of-the-art facility, and the animals and the staff are doing well. We did make notable progress on the sewer lines. Thank you to our ARPA funds of close to $20 million. Although the work has started, it needs to continue, and we're continuing to look for funding, getting grants, and applying for other financial assistance. I plan on improving communications with residents and continue to share important information on social media. We continue to work on the roads. I continue to support the Planning Commission and keep track of water loss issues and supporting the effort for research and improvement. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Councilman Jason Bear. This time 2 years ago when I did this, I was only candidate Jason Bear, and I was very honored and humbled that the residents of Lincoln Park chose to make me a first-time councilman 2 years ago. It's been a great 2 years. It's been a big learning experience. There are a lot of moving parts as far as the different department heads, agencies, departments, police, fire, and DPS. And I am glad I took the time in the beginning to take a tour of City Hall, to go through the police station, fire station, and the DPS building. That's been very helpful when it comes to responding to the needs and issues and concerns of residents and local businesses. At the end of the day, everyone on council, our main goal, our main objective is to be customer servicemen to the residents and businesses of Lincoln Park, and knowing where to direct the issues and concerns that we get calls and emails about. I like to think I've done a good job responding to the people that have reached out to me on a variety of issues and concerns, and knowing who to go to try and get them help. I am running again because I love all the positive things that are going on in Lincoln Park right now. There's hardly an area in Lincoln Park you can drive through right now where you're not going to see some kind of evidence of all of the programs and projects we put into place these last 2 years. We've gotten so many infrastructure upgrades, much needed infrastructure upgrades, new water lines, lining sewers, paving roads, seeing new businesses going up. We know we still have further to go, and I like to see us get there in the next couple of years. And I would certainly appreciate your support and your vote for me on November 5th. This has been a very honored and humbled responsibility and task that I've taken on as a city councilman, and I'm very proud to do it, and I hope I've done the businesses and residents of Lincoln Park proud. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Shannon Park. I really don't have a speech prepared. A little bit about myself. I'm running for school board. I've lived in Lincoln Park for 39 years. I have 3 children that are going to Lincoln Park Public Schools. I also have worked in the district for 28 years. I retired in 2021. During that time, I was a secretary at Matt's Pond Elementary. I love the job. I love the students. I love the parents. I miss it. I feel like I could be of service here on the school board. I did serve as a union president for Local Aid 49 during my time at Lincoln Park Public Schools. So I've actually worked both sides here. So my passion is the students, the community. I coach softball. I love the city, and I want to continue to work for the schools. That's all I have to say. I know both incumbents, Annie and Kathy. I wish them both luck. I've known them for years. I've known Annie since she went to pond school. So I wish everyone luck. And thank you, Mr. Carnes, for having us at Exchange Club. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shannon. Kathy Clark.
Good evening. I'm Kathy Carter. I am running for re-election for the school board. I enjoy what I do. I like seeing what we've done with the schools with the help of the voters of Lincoln Park with their bond issues that we've passed. Again, and like Shannon, I've been around for a very long time. Both of my boys graduated from Lincoln Park. My husband and I both did. My father-in-law did. So we're embedded in the community. I like to, like you said, I like doing what I do. And I would love to continue to do that. We have so many plans for the future, and I'd like to make sure that we get them done. We, as school board members, we have a voice in what goes on, and I enjoy doing that. I also worked in the district. I was a substitute teacher. I did AIDS education. I did character ed. I did a variety of things, heavily involved in the schools when I was in PTA. Parents' voice is important. And I feel, when I got appointed to the school board, I felt it was time to be on the other side of the podium. I had done what I could do on one side. It was time to do it on the other. And I would love to continue to do that. As Shannon says, I've known Shannon a long time. We won't talk about how long. But Annie, and of course Annie, who joined the board a few years ago. So I hope to be reelected. I hope you vote for me. And I do appreciate being here this evening and at least saying hello and putting a name with a face. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. Annie Chapa.
Good evening, Lincoln Park residents. My name is Annie Chepka-Kowalski, and I'm running to be on your school board again this year. Just a little bit about myself. I'm a very proud Lincoln Park graduate and a soon-to-be parent of a child that will start school here next year. This will be my second term, and like many other parents, I want to be actively involved in the curriculum and the developments within the district. Being bilingual, I can assist in our diverse community. I'm familiar with the schools, the teachers, administration, and I take a lot of pride in my high school experience while participating in sports and extracurricular activities. It's vital to focus on key issues, especially student safety in today's world. I aim to grow our sports program, encouraging local kids to play for us rather than leaving our district. We offer a stamp of biliteracy on our diplomas, which is commendable, and we are proud to have some of the best paid teachers in the state. This helps us attract qualified educators inside our district apart. I support providing students with options beyond college, including trades like welding, culinary, building trades, and cosmetology, to just name a few. Not every student will choose to go to college, and we should offer diverse pathways for success for all of our students, not just those that want to go to university. My experience on the board over the past 4 years has been invaluable, especially witnessing the positive impact of our programs for students with disabilities. I want to continue to make this grow and make the programs and models here in Lincoln Park the best in the state. I hope you will vote for me, Annie Chapek-Kowalski, this November to help our district shine and ensure our kids are proud rail splitters who give back to the community. My goal is to see that in the next 10 years, Lincoln Park has grown substantially. We continue to open up new businesses, and we have our students stay in the city and take pride in being a part of our community. Thank you.
My name is Michael Higgins. I'm the mayor of Lincoln Park, and I'm running for re-election, and I'm here to ask you for your support. I told everybody I wouldn't run again unless I could see Lincoln Park moving forward, and I believe we have. And I'd like to give you a little bit of my background first. My mother and father were Charlie and Lynn Higgins. Both were very involved in the city. I have 8 children. I have 15 grandchildren. So I'm a lifelong, actually a 3rd generation Lincoln Parker. I'm very vested in the city. I was a 30-year swim coach. My swimmers used to say that I bled, it would be orange and blue. I'd like to say that we have accomplished a lot in the last 2 years. I've gone out for grants. A long time, people here have said we need to get a grant writer. I have encouraged my department heads to write grants, and they have come forward immensely. We have $20 million lining our pipes, stopping the water leaking, and our water bills getting higher. We have got the pump houses to be replaced, another $20 million. I'm replacing 7 roads on the north end all at the same time, all with grant money. We have had so much improvements in Lincoln Park. We have stores moving in. We have homes being built in Lincoln Park for the first time in 20 years. Our property values are higher than anywhere else in Wayne County. Homes, businesses are selling. To look to see things, how fast things are going, drive up Southfield, see Sears is gone. After 15 years of letting that building sit there and be dilapidated, it is gone, and we are going to be getting business built there. Some good things are coming, more good things are coming, and I'd like to be part of that. I'd like to help it keep it going. I'd also like to talk a little bit about the Youth Center Park. Gregory Park to a lot of people. We are in the process of rebuilding the basketball court. We're putting $50,000 into that. We are going to be building a splash pad in Youth Center Park. We are going to be building, if we can get the grant, and we are looking for a walking path there as well. We built a new animal shelter on the north end. Not only is it the nicest animal shelter downriver, it has room for cats and dogs, but there's enough room behind it that my next big thing, I would like to push very hard to get an animal park behind there so we have some place to walk our animals. As I said, Lincoln Park has got been ignored in a lot of ways. Not anymore. It's time to move forward. It's time to get things done. I appreciate it. I'd also like to remind you and let everybody know I do have the endorsement of the UAW and ASME unions. I'd like to let everybody know that I managed to get all the unions in Lincoln Park are settled and have contracts, and did this with a balanced budget, and we have a $7 million rainy fund. So we are ready for the next emergency to come up. Please keep this in mind. I hope I can count on your support. Thank you.
Hello. Hello, Lincoln Park. I am Maureen Tobin, and I am running for mayor. I am a 29-year resident of Lincoln Park. I have been married for 34 years. God bless my husband. I have 2 children. Both are graduates of Lincoln Park High School. My daughter is a 6th grade math teacher, and my son was recently married. He is a newlywed, and he resides here in Lincoln Park. My dad was born here in Lincoln Park. He attended Lincoln Park High School and became a fire chief. He became a firefighter and retired as Lincoln Park Fire Chief. I am a current member of the Lincoln Park Exchange Club. I am a past president. I'm also a past Michigan District President and a member of Detroit No. 1. I'm a past president of Skate Company here in Lincoln Park. I am liaison to the Police and Fire Safety Commission. I am a trustee on the Police and Fire Pension Board. I am a past city employee. I was the city's first event coordinator. I brought back the summer concert series, created Art in the Park, Zombie Apocalypse, Jack Frost Jamboree, and I started the Summertime Kids Fun Program. Other things I did in the city too, but you'll figure that out later. I was elected to city council the first time in 2018. I turned the seat down because at the time the city events were just starting to really take off, and I thought it was important to stay with that. So I stayed with that and ran for council 2 years later and was elected again in 2020. I've been on council ever since then. I'm going to start with nothing but the truth. It's a simple yet very powerful statement. I'm not going to stand up here and make you promises and talk about grand things I'm going to do to get your vote, because that's not who I am. I will give you facts. Truth and honesty guide me. At the end of the day, I'm a Lincoln Park resident just like you. Lincoln Park needs leadership that hits the ground in the morning running, that stays on things and follows through. We need organization, follow-up, and accountability. I can make the connections that we need. We need to be heard. We need to bring in funds, grants, and investors. I have a proven track record of bringing successful fundraising, creating, and bringing new ideas to the city. I have long-term committed bonds with leaders and organizations who will stand up and fight with us so we can reach our goals. We need to work harder, speak louder, and make our voices heard. And our dreams a reality. It's time to see better results. I will be at City Hall daily. I will answer your calls, your emails, your messages. You will have my attention. I will listen and I will hear you. I will not be promoting myself. I will be working for you, the residents and the businesses of Lincoln Park. I think the parks need more work. They need to be functioning, clean, garbage-free, graffiti-free. I think we need park maintenance crew. The Parks and Rec Department does a great job with the Summertime Kids program, but we need more programs for our kids, especially in the summer months. I'd like to see basketball programs, maybe dodgeball programs. I'd like to see a few parks offer programs for kids and a few of the parks where they can play supervised games, do supervised crafts, a few days a week for very little or free. I think these are very doable programs. I think it's something we need to offer our youth for them to have something to do in the summer, and I have ideas and ways to do this. I would like to address blight. About a year and a half ago, this council got together and we worked out a program and a plan on how to eliminate the blight in the city of Lincoln Park. And we were off to a good start. We started with the alleys. We allocated money to a program to get the alleyways clean. We sent out letters to residents, giving them a timetable of how long they had to clean the alleys, and it was working. We sent letters out to businesses to clean the alleys, clean their storefronts. The same with residents. You could go all over the city and see things being cleaned up. and it was working well. And it's kind of fallen by the wayside. You don't see it so much anymore. I don't like that. I like the way we were going. I like the way we were heading. I think we need to get back on that program and stay on it like we were before. Our building department is run by an outside corporation, an outside company, a contractor. I think that we need to eliminate that contractor and bring that building department back in-house. I think we need to run that department with city employees, and those city employees need to answer to the department head, which is a city employee. I think the only way that we can get these programs going and keep them going is if the employees have to answer to the city. So that is going to be one of my goals as mayor. The next thing I'd like to address is the water issues. We all know about the water issues, the flooding, the water loss. We are working very hard to find out why we have this flooding issue. We all know how old the infrastructure is. We know that it can't handle the water events that we have now. It wasn't built to do this, but we're working very hard. Our engineering company is aware of the issues. We've rebuilt the pump stations. We're working on the basin. We're doing smoke tests. We're relining the lines. We're doing everything we can to find these issues. In the meantime, until we get all the issues fixed, the engineering department and the DPS department have come up with a plan on what to do when they know there's a rain event coming our way, to man the pump stations and the basins to make sure that we don't have another flood. Now, we can't do everything. We're not perfect. There's nothing anywhere anybody can stop an act of God coming through here. But we are going to do everything we can to try to stop any more flooding. And we're not going to stop working on this system until we figure out why it's happening and correct it. We found a lot of small issues at this point and corrected them, and we're going to keep working on it. So please bear with us, but know that the city is doing everything we can to correct the issues on the water. As far as the water loss issues go, we've purchased the equipment to find the water loss. We're working to hire and train people to use this equipment to find the water loss. I think this is one of the most important things the city needs to do. This needs to be a priority, and we need to do it now, and I think everybody on council agrees with me that this is a priority. We're at over 40% water loss. So right now, this is the thing that we need to get done, is find the water loss and correct it. And I'm going to make sure that this is something that we are on top of and getting taken care of as fast as we can do it. In closing, I'd like to say that this city council is strong. They care about the city. They work hard to get things done and get things done right, and make the best decision to make us move in the right direction. I've been very proud to work with them on so many issues. I'm looking forward to working with them in the future as mayor. I know that together we can accomplish so much and do so much good for our city. So I hope you all go out and vote November 5th, and God bless. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Carrie Kerr. I'm your city clerk. I am running again for election in November, but I thought I'd do something a little different. And instead of trying to promote myself, I would promote the election itself. Elections are run by the city clerk's office. Our objective is to provide a fair and equitable election and allow every Lincoln Park voter who has registered the opportunity to cast their ballot in the manner that suits them best. Some of you will prefer doing an absentee ballot. Some of you will prefer going to the polls. And whatever choice you make, as long as it's what you choose, is the right thing to do. We have different ballot, or not ballot, but we have different voting opportunities so that everybody can feel comfortable casting their ballot. We offer absentee voting. to those that want it. For those who are wanting to vote in absentee ballot, maybe some of you already have done this, you will get something that looks like this in the mail from our office. Inside of that will be an envelope that's purple in color that has your address and name on the front. Inside of that, or at least inside of the blue one, will be a secrecy sleeve with a ballot inside of it. The only difference between this ballot and the one that you'll see at an actual precinct on Election Day is the fact that we folded it up and slid it into this. There'll be a number at the top, and all of the candidates' names will appear on the ballot. You'll mark your ballot in the privacy of your own home. You'll fold it back up, slide it back into the secrecy sleeve just the way it was when it was sent to you with that number visible. You'll put this secrecy sleeve inside of the purple envelope, again, just like it was sent to you with the number visible. You'll let it drop down in there. You'll fold that over and seal it. You'll sign in the box here that says voter must sign here, and you'll return it to the city clerk's office, or you can take it to an early voting site or the actual precinct on Election Day and tabulate it yourselves. But it has to be done by Election Day. Please make a note of the fact that you have to sign your own ballot. You can't sign your wife's ballot or your husband's ballot and have that count, because we do check those signatures, each and every one of them. Some of you may want to go to the polls. We have two options for in-person voting. You can go on Election Day to your polling location, or you can go beginning October 26th up until November 3rd and vote at the Early Voting Center, which is the Kennedy Memorial Building, some people refer to as the band shell. The hours are 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. for early voting, and the only exceptions to that will be Tuesday or Thursday. It is 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. for people who may work a little later. Election Day itself, the polls are open from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m., and again, we'll be back in the schools for this election. The kids are off school, so we don't have any security issues to worry about. So, like I said before, all of the ballots are the same. They will look very similar to this. They have a straight party section, and then a partisan section, a nonpartisan section, and on the back of the ballot, there's also the local offices and a proposal that need to be voted. So it is two-sided. Make sure that you vote both sides of it. In the partisan section, if you want to vote a straight party, all you have to do is select the party that you want to pick, and then that takes care of all of that. You don't have to make another mark until you get down here into the nonpartisan section. One mark in here will take care of voting for all of those candidates. You begin voting again in the nonpartisan section and do that rest of this column, the fourth column, and then the back side. If you're not a straight party voter, you certainly don't have to, in which case you would just ignore that section and vote the rest of the ballot. Pick your individual candidates. Darken the circle next to their name in with a dark ink pen. Sharpie markers are permissible. And when you're all done, you would then take it to the tabulator for tabulation. If by some chance you made some kind of a mistake and voted for more candidates than were allowable in a race, the tabulator will tell you that. And at that point in time, you could take your ballot back, get a new ballot, and re-vote it in whatever manner, for whether you did a straight party or marked the individual candidates. Just so that you know, if you mark a straight party and then continue voting candidates in the partisan section, as long as the people's names that you select are people that you want to vote for, that does not invalidate your ballot. I've had a lot of people ask me that question, and it does not invalidate your ballot. You can mark straight party and mark individual candidates as well. So I hope everybody comes out to vote. I hope everybody takes advantage of the early voting. We are there for 9 days, at least 8 hours each day, and we have the absentee option and election day as well. So hope everybody comes out and votes, and I hope your candidate wins.